Black stars falling from the sky. Hello, my people. It is Skywalker here. Take whatever you might glean from the words that follow. Please like, share, and subscribe to continue the movement. I have been speaking of these things, but now they are here and have been progressively intensifying. Have I not warned you at various times that the first shall become the last? Have I not told you that there will need to be that house cleaning? This message this message, although seemingly brought forth on behalf of the black race to those imposed upon them as gatekeepers, speaks about events that will affect all of mankind. Every one thing will now affect the other, but now that those in the earthly kingdoms have refused to do right, I see that cosmic forces are taking aim and are already working. The evilest and most loathsome gatekeepers on this earth world plane are those of the black race. They are the most abominable and go to the lowest ebb of abomination. They hate themselves to infinity and their own people beyond that. This is the reason why this day is here. Well, they have refused to clean house, for they trust in superficial powers. They trust in powers that only rise up on their backs, and when they fall, those powers will no longer have those backs to stay tall upon. My most beloved friends, the stars are falling from the skies, and we are at least the many suffering ones among us that have held fast to the law of love are at the threshold of paradise, which I often spoke about. We are entering to the gates of heaven, and the demons will not be allowed to come. Now is the time when I speak with even more certainty. This, which is more of a respite period, as if it is a passing phase, will have permanent positive effects. It will discard much of the unworthy ones and leave the worthy ones to progress over time. Those that will be cast out in this period of house cleaning will not be allowed to regain their strength. However, for a period of 4.5 million years, an eternity, they will be cast back to the deep to give them time to make it through that long and arduous cycle. Or if not, they will remain on the lower planes they chose. Those that did not look for the shortcuts and for evil ones at that will now begin to realize their reward. Only if they come into themselves, be silent and listen. Be silent and listen, and you will know the I above the you. You will know that the I am is God, God internal, man divine. God is all I am and all I need. Therefore, I shall be at peace with all of God's creation. It is God that cleans the house, for the devils never wanted to leave. Over the next millenniums, they will easily be cast asunder, beginning now, as in today. They will begin to fall with greater intensity. The elite powers that stand behind them, that had decided to break mankind to its foundation, will no longer have that sole tribe of men with cultural charisma to stand upon. And those men that were used as stars, these black demons, shall lose their place among their own, and they will no longer find peace in their shining. For a cold star is no longer a star. There is nothing to admire in it, but the people will vomit to think about their very names. Therefore shall they now be seen as reprobates and abominations, and this is the new trend of thought that is coming in the wind. I often speak words that might seem hurtful to others, but I speak them that come to me. Those that have the ability to know the energies of the way of Akasha can read upon them yourselves and see that what I speak does not come from my own mind. But how can one blame me for saying that the sky that is overcast, and that the rain that is coming is coming? I see a tsunami and I see it creaming a multitude of black stars, but they alone will not panic. For those that use them will panic too. They will panic and they will know fear because they have long used it as a weapon. I told you in a past video of the prevailing energies, and that you should use my declaration of future events as a template to know if this way of knowing by Akasha is real. Now these things are manifesting and will gradually escalate, but even faster than you would imagine, to the degree that they will be unquestionable. Black stars are falling. The icons of culture, the political influencers, and their spiritual and corruptible churches, they will and are coming down because they took to temptation in the wilderness, and all evil happened after they agreed to turn bread into stone for money. These men bowed, and for funky bell and ballet, masculine men became the devil's bad bitches. But all this was not for their own self expression. If it were so, they would only be responsible for choices they made regarding themselves. However, these decisions were made in order to transgress the sanctity of others and to steal and peddle the souls of angels fallen to humans upon this demonic hell plane of the earth world. But we are at the point of it being raised, and by it being raised, we will begin to see the stars fall so fast that it will seem like a pandemic of sorts. People, look for the symbolic gestures. Never think you will find perfection. Think to do the right thing. For in that video I made about Tupac Shakur, I made it without knowing much about him. Now this clarity is coming to me. The video I entitled My Boundless Love for Tupac Shakur came to me from Akasha and the heavens declaring their love to this individual, so I knew it was for a reason. He was a natural black star, a star of all stars, to the degree of charisma, and even Bob Marley. He went to the degree of even Bob Marley. However, he overcame what the others did not. He refused to command the bread to turn to stone. He wanted the very thing that the heavens were declaring, and so the heavens declared the love for him, which came through me. He judged the demons without even knowing it, and many of these will see his face again. So, for the same reason that Bob Marley was taken out for the flourishing of a demonic influence of music, and no longer the message, Tupac was taken out for the flourishing of a demonic influence with no more of the message, plus for stars that bow to demons. I said, there was a man, more of a youth, for he was not allowed to breathe the air for long, but his time was cut short. His name was Tupac Shakur, but he was raised as a symbol in heavens. He became a cosmic judge, although he didn't even try. Do you hear the reverence? Do you hear the reverence? Do you hear the reverence where his name is spoken among stars that are demons? Do you hear the reverence where his name is spoken among stars that are demons? So, never look for a personality. Look only for what is right in everything. If the devil tells you that you should not kill, don't go and kill because you are refusing the devil. Always look only for what is right. So, the pastor went to create the abomination that Tupac completely refused. So, which one was the conqueror of the evil? Bob Marley came with a ganja spliff in his mouth and did better than the preacher who had the Bible in his hand. Popcorn came talking about unruly boss, and he did better for the people of St. Thomas than the political representatives of St. Thomas, but they stopped his event and prevented him from recouping much of his cost. Men are coming to judge mankind, and these men will have an unanswerable tongue that listening to them will fulfill those that yearn for goodness, for truth, and for beauty, which are the pentacles of love. But those that went the way of the world will be struck as if by a force of lightning. Look at these terrible judges that have come upon you. These terrible judges have come upon you. Some will preach, but they will not be of a compromising nature, to abominate every truth and surrender humanity to become the praise to demon forces for sacrifice. They will pray and they will preach as the abominable preachers preached, but they will not preach the lies that the abominable preachers preach. They will be hated, but only the wicked will hate them, for only wicked men hate the truth. Singers, you were mostly the stars that created the acceptance for folly in the music. But because of how you were used, you do not know this. You claim that it is what people want. This is not true. People want whatever you, the stars, have shone the light upon. Create the culture, good or evil, for you can. This is your gift from heaven, and it is the only power that is still attributed to the black race. But it is only given to them because they are the only ones with that deep inherent magnetic force of charisma to create culture by appeal. They create culture by appeal. They create culture by their magnetic appeal as soul beings. They are soul beings, meaning light are solar flares, meaning star seeds, meaning children of the stars. When you go upon that stage, wear your kinky afro or dreadlocks for greater sunlight. Now that you know your power, singers of music, you will easily use it. Use it wisely. Use it for good. Use it not being influenced, but use it as you being the influencer. Singers will come and sing and judge mankind. They will sing like the demons that sang the song of the demon, but they will not sing the song of the demon. Their songs will lift the heart of mankind. They will be hated, but only the demons will hate them. Those that obey the law of love will be their increasing support. The stars will fall, and those that were bountiful will become broke, for their handlers will find no more use to support them anymore. Those that preach homosexuality as like you would preach a religion will fail. Everything that is crooked will be pounded up and to be made straight, and those that will not be straightened will be cast away to the dungeon. The people will no longer look to a political traitor who compromised them to give the benefit to the evil forces. All of this will happen in the land of the sufferers, among the children of the fatherless, before they will rise. But during that period, upon that one side of the paradigm, the other side will stay silent, watching, with no more clue of how and where to deliver themselves by. But they will watch and know that God had properly created a destruction to come for them. People, open your eyes and watch the processes before you. I have confidence in what I see, for it is all written in the cosmic stars. These are the words that will create. What prevails might pass away, but that which creates shall manifest. Peace out.